Hey there YouTube, Northern Bass Whisperer here. I know normally I'm sharing one of my fishing trips with you, but today I'm going to be sharing one of my hunting trips. And this particular trip is pretty special to me because not only is it my first deer, but it's my first buck as well, and a pretty respectable one at that. So I picked up hunting about 3 years ago. A good buddy of mine and his father were gracious enough to let me join their hunting party, and they've showed me a lot of the steps along the way. And between the last 2 years, both rifle and muzzleloader season, I've put a lot of time into the woods. I've seen some good does, had some good times, but unfortunately, I never got that shot on a legal buck, and I never had a doe tag. This year, that all changed. So this particular hunt was about 2 weeks into the Vermont 2018 rifle season. It was the third push of the day, and my buddy and his dad were up on the hill in front of me. They were quite a ways up there, and they were pushing down towards me on a pretty nice sized little plot of land. So when I started this recording, I was probably sitting for about 20 minutes. I started recording because I saw a deer feeding in the trees up ahead of me. It turned out there was 4 doe feeding up in there, and they wound up taking off and heading to the right, and the rest is history. So I'll let you watch the video. I'll narrate throughout so that you know what's going through my mind, and I hope you enjoy. So here I had just seen those 4 deer feeding up in the woods ahead of me, and they'd moved off to the right here, so I knew that I needed to move. I headed back the way I came because I had seen a nice spot to sit on the ridge on my way in, to look on the right side of the ridge. So I moved my way back here, and I decided to post up on this tree because I felt I had a pretty good view from here. I sat for a minute or two from here, and then I saw this buck come running out of the woods here. I could tell from here that he had horns, so I immediately scoped him. I also honked at him to see if I could get him to stop in that clearing, but he didn't, and he immediately went down into this thick stuff here. So I knew that I needed to keep moving. I took advantage of the fact that he was moving through that thick stuff and probably couldn't hear me much on this crunchy snow. So I moved forwards, and then I stopped as soon as I could get a view of his ears there. So I scoped him a little bit here, and man, my heart was pumping. I was really tempted to take this shot because I could see legal horns, and I knew I could see his just the edge of his shoulder through that thick stuff. But I waited, I held out, and I hoped for a better shot. I tried to hold myself steady this whole time, even though my heart was beating like crazy. And eventually, that perfect shot, it presented itself when he started coming out and looked me right dead in the eyes. I took that shot, I immediately knew I'd hit him. I racked another one in just in case and headed up over this knoll here. And I couldn't see him. I was actually pretty surprised and a little bit bewildered, to be honest with you, at what had just happened. Eventually I noticed him down there. I scoped his body just through a little bit of that brush, and then moved forward. As I was moving down, I did then see a blood trail, and then I found the body right up through here. It was a perfect heart shot. He skidded right through here sideways and laid down. There was no need for a second shot. Didn't lose any meat. And as you can tell, I'm a little bit stunned at the whole thing right now.
Holy shit.
It took me a minute to come to my senses, but I finally took a moment to really soak in this moment.
Oh, you beautiful bastard.
And then I remembered that my camera was recording, and it died immediately afterwards because it was blinking at 1%.
Oh, Hell yeah.
As you can probably tell from the video, I was pretty pumped up to get my first deer. I was obviously in the middle of an adrenaline rush at the time. You could hear it through my heavy breathing. And honestly, that's one of my favorite parts about rewatching that video, is hearing my reaction afterwards, because in that moment, I honestly totally forgot that the camera was recording. And when I remembered at the end and looked at it and saw that I'd caught it on video, I was ecstatic. But I'll go ahead and post all of the edited footage to my YouTube channel as well. It's about 13, maybe 14 minutes long. So for any hardcore hunters who want to see the full bit and gamut from start to finish, I'll post that as well. It'll be marked as the unedited footage. So I hope that you take a look at that if you're interested. Today I'm taking the day off from hunting. I'm trying to get all of my ice fishing gear together. I'll do the old swap out from the open water gear to the ice fishing gear for the upcoming season. And then I'll probably go out tomorrow into this forest to help my buddy and his dad hopefully fill their tags. And then next weekend we'll be starting into muzzleloader season, and I've got another buck tag and a doe tag. So who knows? Hopefully I'll have some more cool videos for you soon. And if not for hunting, we'll definitely have some cool videos for ice fishing, because that season's amping up soon as well. So go ahead and check out my video. Give me a like and a subscribe if you want to keep up with my different adventures, and I'll try and keep the videos coming.